It was a little difficult when I first started looking at local foods and sustainable process because it was somewhat unaffordable. We started looking at commodity prices, and we started looking at broadline distributors, and we started looking at our contracts, and we were looking at prices that weren't necessarily real. Because as we take our complete purchasing power for whatever corporation or company you work for, you have a considerable amount of buying power, and you also have contracts that allow you to bring your foods in at much cheaper rates. So if you go to a smaller broadline distributor, such as say Spokane Produce or Charlie's Produce, you can get a more real figure from those guys. And you'll find that local produce is really maybe 20 to 30% on the higher end than it would be to get it from your broadline distributor. You're getting a much different product, and you're also getting a product that generally has a longer shelf life as well. So when you look at these pieces and you look at what it is that you're going to get out of the product, are you going to be able to sell this great carrot and to your client, and is that client going to say, man, I really feel like I got value out of this. I feel good about paying more for this. So you need to take a look at what you're bringing in and what is the value to it, to not only to yourself, to the health of the client, as well as to the flavor profile. Is bringing in a leek grown at a normal farm as opposed to a broadline, is there a huge profile difference? Is my client going to see the difference? Am I going to be able to sell that to them and say, hey, this is wonderful and this is why? So I look at all the products that we use and I determine what is marketable. What's on top? Is it an onion? Is that onion inside of products? Is it pureed? And are they going to be able to see it? Are they going to know it? Probably not. So I might not sink all my eggs in that basket, for instance, as I would to say wonderful, nice, fine, ripened, fresh tomatoes that are going to be on top, that are going to be served raw, and you're really going to get an intense flavor profile, and I can market it too. So we're in the business of selling food, but we're also in the business of selling good food. So let's make no mistake that the process that we go through to manipulate these products to make sure that we can market it and get it to our client is because we want to give them great food. You're going to pay a little bit more for the product, not a whole lot, depending on what your negotiation is and how much you're going to buy. You can determine that with the farmer or with the processor or with whomever you're buying it from. You can determine what the local price point is going to be for you, because you're going to buy a lot more than say somebody would at the local farmer's market or a grocery store. So you have that to your advantage.